Good afternoon, everybody. Preston here at Target Trading Academy with today's micros market recap. It is Tuesday, March 19th, just after the New York close. Now, oil still in its rollover. I gotta roll this over. I just realized I haven't rolled it over. That's why it's not got a lot of participation in it. We have more participation in the next contract than we do in this contract. But it has been making some new highs. Just trending up in general. But as such, we don't really pay mind to it as it's rolling just because we don't trade it live. It's not really worth the risk in terms of executing unless you're on sim and you want the practice. Right there, I'm going to have it start rolling over, and you'll see it probably has different values once it's done loading. You can see it just stair-stepping up, putting in resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, and not as consolidated of a view as the prior contract, but nonetheless still grinding its way up. Plenty of trending opportunities if you were looking for them, finishing net positive on the day. And then as far as gold goes, finally getting a little bit more of a range extension in this market. Again, my gold's not rolled. It's a similar thing. Why? I must not have saved my layout from the other day. No, it says it's on the current one. Oh yeah, it is on the current one. I was looking at something else. But anyways, a little bit more range extension than the day prior where we just were pretty much between one HVA. But we opened, in comparison to yesterday, we opened below that close, which was around here. Here's the range low, I believe. Came down, hit this edge. News came out, shot up towards that close, not quite getting it. You can see that if we never quite got it, and it's up here, that close, we never got it at all for that day. And then they had overtook, I should say, the prior lows, had another round trip. And then they fought that move, turned it around, and then had another potential short there, and then that long, and died off inside of the range from yesterday, but never quite getting to that close. So a little bit more of a extension today, not by much. It's the equities that were the surprise. Now, we do have FOMC coming out tomorrow afternoon. Yesterday was very slow in terms of what happened. Decent range, but very slow. And today was a little bit more of a grinding move, but a lot of action towards that afternoon. If we just take a look at where we were, we opened gap down in the ES, had an initial move down. They fought this prior high from a few days ago. Decent opportunities for you. Not that you necessarily would want it, but you can see just this time span, 9:30, 10, 10:30. A lot of back and forth in a large time frame with very little range extension. That's just a lot of congestion. So very slow in the morning. Not that there weren't any opportunities, but you can see after lunchtime it started to pick up more, or I should say during lunchtime it really started to pick up more. They got to their value areas, got to their close, presented a couple entries long to go with those moves before seeing a little bit of retracements, and then one more opportunity for that long, and then almost making some new contract highs for the most part as we ended the day here. So very, very large extension, very slow in the morning, very choppy, consolidated. It was lunch on that really showed the market what was changing. So now the Nasdaq, micro Nasdaq, similar story. Took a lot longer to get back to that range, a lot longer to get to that close. We initially opened up, dropped down to that range low here. Boom. Sorry, not range low, but this HVA edge here. Massive entry if you wanted. But now if you look at that time frame, it took a minute to open and get to there. And then it took a minute to get to here. So lots of volatility. It was a very quick move. You had to be ready for it. And then as you can see, it started to fizzle out, and that time frame started to get shorter, meaning we were there in a longer amount of time going back and forth. So hour-wise, here's that 30 minutes here compared to the opening. It's off the chart. So lots of volatility in the opening of the NASDAQ, and you can see response at these HVA edges for those both long and shorts opportunities. Remember, you're looking at these levels, and you're looking to bounce off of them for that reversal. Ultimately, they did make some new highs on the day, finally breaking out of that first 30-minute opening period. And then they started their climb. They had that resistance from that prior high from the 15th that they fought, broke through, started going up, got to their close, busted through that HVA edge, and once it breaks some confirmed level of support resistance, it's not the best idea to look for something there. It usually is going to be a little bit more choppy, and that's exactly what happened here. It took them quite a while to really establish it as more of a level of support. Even then, you got all this volume participation below you, it becomes a little bit more questionable before ultimately retracing, and then with that closing volatility, trying yet again to get a little bit higher, but once more getting stuffed. So we are finishing net positive in the equities, down in gold, and positive in oil. If you want to learn more information about the methodology that we teach in the rooms and how you can get these levels the night before the pit session opens on the next day, feel free to reach out to us. We're Target Trading Academy. You can find us on Facebook or go to our website at targettrading.co. Get in touch with us at either location, and we'll gladly show you what we do in our rooms each and every day. Look forward to seeing you there.